Good evening. Thank you for all being here tonight. I'd like to call to order the special council meeting for the City of Cathedral City for Monday, December 10th, 2018. Could we have a roll call, please?
Councilmember Aguilar.
Here.
Councilmember Carnevale.
Here.
Councilmember Kaplan.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Pettis.
Here.
Mayor Henry.
Here. Before we get into the consent agenda, a couple of us want to say something. So first, I'm going to open the mic to Councilmember Kaplan.
Thank you, Mayor Henry. This is sort of a surreal experience, and very pleased to see so many people here tonight. I wrote this down because this can be somewhat emotional as I go through this process, and I wanted to make sure I covered things. So they say that the only thing you can be assured of in life is change, and this is another time for change for me, for the City Council, and for Cathedral City. As I leave the council, I had hoped to start my new role on the Desert Healthcare Board, but that didn't come to fruition. So I'm going to look for other opportunities to serve my community in the future. And I do want to say congratulations to Yvette Perez-Gill, who did get on the Healthcare District Board. I appreciate the opportunity to say a few words about my experience as one of Cathedral City's council members for the last 4 years. I never planned on running for office. I was supporting another candidate who withdrew a few months before the election in 2014, and I stepped up to run. Running for election in a very short period of time was quite an experience in and of itself. I have to thank Alan and Antonio and Valerie and Greg and many others who supported my campaign and helped me connect with the residents of the city by walking the neighborhoods. I also want to sincerely thank my family for their tremendous support over these past 4 years. They were there at good times and bad, helping keep things on an even keel. I spent my career working for not-for-profit institutions, but they were private. They weren't public institutions. We could act and we could react quickly, something that's not usually true in the public environment. But that's because of ethics and transparency, and process is critical to democracy. There's a lot of bureaucracy, but it does try to keep all the actions clear, open, and visible. So the frustration is actually there for a reason. I want to thank a number of people for my experience over the past 4 years. First, let me sincerely thank the city staff. We have an absolutely great staff that's focused on making this city function efficiently and effectively. I've been very impressed with their hard work and the support they provide for the council. I can't name everyone, but Charlie and Tracy and Chris and Tammy and Lisa and Stone, and especially Josie Meza, have been great to work with, and our job would have been significantly more difficult, if not impossible, without their great work and their support. Second, I'd like to thank my colleagues here on the council platform. It's been great working with them, and it's been a friendship as well as a work relationship. While we did Stan's roast a few weeks ago, I want to say that he has been one of the most balanced and progressive people I've ever had the opportunity to work with. He may not like the word progressive for its political connotations, but it does fit his style. He always looks for alternatives and compromises to getting to yes. At the roast, there was talk about Stan mispronouncing names, and I had the good fortune of being on Stan's left side like the Archangel Gabriel, so I could whisper names and words to him. Greg I could talk about for an hour, but Greg, just put it in one phrase, has been a rock. He's been a fountain of critical and valuable experience and information. He knows the history as well as I have, as well, and I have never seen anyone more focused on developing programs to how to help our residents. Mark, with his focus on the homelessness issues and his desire to help anyone in need, has been a great addition to the council and the community, and I was very pleased to support him in his successful re-election. And John, with his focus on the neighborhoods, the support for the Hispanic community, and for jobs with good wages and housing needs, has been such a valuable member of the council for the past 4 years. While we did not agree on everything, we did vote 5-0 well over 90% of the time. Regardless of background and experience, there's always a learning curve with a new position, and that's definitely true for council. But we will have 2 new excellent additions to the council today, and although there will be changes, I'm confident the city will continue moving forward in a positive and accelerating manner over the coming years with a dynamic and people-friendly downtown, continuing strong public safety, support from our police and fire and code compliance personnel, and strong economic development and business support through our economic development, engineering, planning, and community development departments. Lastly, I'd like to thank the residents of the city who voted to elect me to the position and who have supported the work of the council these past 4 years. I learned in my career that you cannot please everyone because as human beings, we all have differing ideas, experiences, likes, and opinions, and levels of understanding. All we can do as council members is take the information, facts, and our experience and try to make decisions that we feel are in the best interest of the city long term and hopefully for the majority of the residents of the city. We know not everyone will be happy with our decisions, although I have to say that social media has exacerbated the level of divisiveness and hostility to often unreasonable levels, but I fear that's the environment we live in today. Some residents complained about some of the issues we discussed and even voted on, but they didn't realize that most of these came from their neighbors who had issues they wanted us to deal with. Others were obsessively concerned about us becoming a charter city, but the residents voted for it. And aside from providing some additional local protection from the state legislature, nothing has changed. That is, aside from having a rotating mayor, and we're looking forward to that change tonight where our mayor pro tem will become mayor. This is something that once Palm Springs votes will likely be true for the majority of Valley cities and will address concerns about the title becoming a political football that negatively impacts progress as we have seen in the past. I feel very good about what this council has accomplished over the past 4 years. And although I would have liked to have seen more shovels in the ground on downtown projects by now, I feel that will be coming in the next few years. I want to thank those residents who have supported us over the years and express my appreciation for the honor to have been able to serve the city as your representative for this past term. Finally, another thing that's critical for a democracy, and in fact is the only way we get to control our local, state, and federal governments, is our opportunity to vote every 2 years. I continue to be disappointed at the low voter turnout for some of our elections. I've never missed a vote since I reached the age where I could vote. I wish most of our residents could say that, since that's the way we let our electeds know if they're moving in the right direction or need to change focus. We need more people to assume their responsibilities as members of our society and exercise their right to vote, but only after studying the issues and candidates to really understand who or what they're voting for. All my best to the City Council and staff as we move into a new year and a new council. and I plan to continue to support the city both as a resident and in future activities. One last thing. I'm convinced that we as human beings can resolve any of our problems with skills, analysis, and resources. We can virtually eliminate homelessness, provide decent health and wellness care for all, assure that everyone has food security and safe and secure environment. Just as we agree on our goals, that's all we need to do is agree on our goals, focus our intent and commitment to getting them done. I've retired so far 4 times in my life. As I've hit the 3/4 century mark in this year, I suspect I still have a couple more times to retire. So we'll see where that leads us. Thank you.
Councilman Aguilar, I'm only going to let you have 3 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I did not, I'll be brief and knowing that we want to move on to the main event here, but I did not have the opportunity at our last council meeting due to an unfortunate accident that I had, and thank you very much to the fire department, by the way, for taking excellent care of me. We have an awesome public safety division, both our police and fire departments. I did not have the opportunity, though, at that time to express my gratitude and my thanks to both Mayor Henry and to Councilmember Kaplan for your leadership and your wisdom and your friendship over the last 4 years. I'm on the council because Mayor Henry approached me, talked me into it, and it's been a gift to be here to be serving this community, and I want to thank you for that, and wish you luck, both of you, going forward. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Just a couple of words. First, I want to thank the staff. We would not be able to do any of the things that we do if it wasn't for your hard work behind the scenes. I mean, we sometimes make it look easy up here, but there's hours and hours and hours of work that goes into the preparation, to putting the deals together, and all of the hard work from filling a pothole to a development agreement together to have the Agua Calientes put a casino here. It's hours and hours of work, and you all of you, fire department, police department, city staff, you're the ones that actually make it happen. We sometimes are out there and able to take the accolades and do the shovels in the ground and all the groundbreakings and the ribbon cuttings, but you know what? It's your hard work that makes it all happen. So thank you very, very much for that. Second, I want to thank the community. It is you who we serve. It is you who we try to make the best decisions to make our community a better place for everyone to live. And for this council, we, as much as people think that things move slow, when you are here, it's at a lightning speed. For us to say 4 years ago we started, it sure as heck doesn't feel like 4 years. It is moving at a lightning speed. So we've accomplished a lot. We have made a lot of good things come to fruition, and we will have a lot of good things in the future, as I know that the future council will carry on, not necessarily everything that we've done, but I know that you have your own goals and your own achievements that you want to see for this community, and you will make sure that those also get carried on. So Mark, thank you, congratulations. John, thank you, congratulations. Shelley, I'll tell you, and I've only said this about two people. The first one was John Holcomb, who has an analytical mind that nobody can compare to except for Shelley Kaplan. He has been a rock for all of the detail of what goes into making things happen. So Shelley, thank you very, very much for that. Greg, congratulations. And I know that you have a lot to do in the future and continue to do. Raymond and Ernesto, you've got a lot of people that are looking to make sure that you hold accountable to what is needed in this community. And I have confidence, and I supported both of you. I still do, and I want to congratulate both of you, and I know that you will step up here and you will just keep things moving at a lightning speed. So, one last person, because there's so many people here I need to thank, and that is my wife, Julie, sitting back there. She is the rock, and she's the one that makes sure that everything gets done and that I get where I'm supposed to be at an appropriate time. So thank you, Julie. I love you much. Times throughout the. But with that, could we please have the consent agenda, please, read?
Item number 3A is a resolution declaring the results of the November 6, 2018 election as certified by the Riverside County Registrar of Voters. Item number B is the amended and restated purchase, sale, and performance agreement with the City Urban Revitalization Corporation and Cathedral Canyon Development for the sale of property at the southeast corner of West Buddy Rogers and East Palm Canyon Drive. And item number C is the approval of study session and city council minutes.
Thank you. Is there a motion? There's a motion by Councilmember Aguilar, a second by Councilmember Kaplan. Please vote. The consent agenda is approved 5-0. We are now going to take just a short break so that we can reset the agenda stuff and swear in the newly elected council. So thank you again very much.